well, if you think that, buddy, you should stop putting out content. That is absolute heresy. Now, it makes sense to me that Mormons would think like that, right? And remember, not all Mormons are bad. Welcome back to episode 14 of Wes Reacts. I'm wearing a hat.
How to target emotions in sales. If you want to sell more, you need to know this technique. People buy an emotion, but they justify purchase with logic. So if you want to sell more, you need to sell to 3 parts of the brain. Today, we will cover the limbic brain. To appeal to the emotional side of your prospect's brain, the best technique you can use is storytelling. Here's how you can use storytelling to get more clients. Introduce your product or service. Explain the story behind your business. Attach a story to the product you sell. Share transformative client images. Ask the lead to imagine their success. And finally, introduce your solution to their pain. Using this technique will increase your sales significantly. Comment client to get more insider tips on this topic.
Absolute yawn, boring. But I'll tell you what I took from this video. Here is an example of a wonderful opportunity that is in front of us. Go to ChatGPT, type in there, write me a script for a 60-second video on how to sell an emotion. Take that script, load it into a video production app on AI, and get it to voice record the script, and then have it loaded to TikTok. Because that's all that was. That's an opportunity for you to start producing a huge amount of content at scale. One little word of advice, don't use a dorky robotic voice, actually find something with a bit more human in it. But every single one of us could be taking advice from the style of video, but not the content.
Marketing has changed. It's no longer enough to just have a logo or to have a subpar brand. Good marketing is storytelling. And it's crafting a story and an experience around your brand that people want to buy into. Competition is fierce. And the only way that you're going to be able to separate yourself is by having a story or a feeling that a consumer can buy into that makes them want to be a part of whatever you're selling, whether it's a service, whether it's a product. We are storytellers, and that is what we specialize in.
She's 100% right. Let me layer something on top of it. The ultimate double punch combo, though, is when your story can be built around your USP, your unique selling proposition. Obviously, every single one of us needs to have a uniqueness that we go to market with. If we don't have a uniqueness that we go to market with, the market cannot decide to ever buy from you. You end up being vanilla, you're like everybody else, and you're left to pick off the crumbs at the end because you're forced to compete on price because it's the only variable when you are not unique. So here's the double punch combo. When you've got your uniqueness, build a compelling story around it, and then tell that off the rooftops to everybody that will listen every minute of every day, and you'll get such a big brand uplift that you'll have customers coming at you forever.
Marketing is not for creative. It's not to, oh, we made a pretty picture, now let's go hang it in an art museum. Marketing is to tap into your audience, to get them to understand your brand so that when they're making purchasing decisions, they're purchasing your brand. Ultimately, that's what marketing is for.
Incorrect. Marketing is marketing and brand is brand, and never the two shall meet in the middle. Think about it this way. Brand is the long-term investment to have top-of-mind real estate. Marketing is the short-term transaction of putting an offer in front of somebody to get them to take it. Don't confuse the two.
And I would like to focus your attention upon these words. When they beheld the boldness of Peter and John, they marveled. How long has it been since the church made the world sit up and take notice? How long has it been since believers manifested a holy boldness? How long has it been since our demeanor, our courage, and our boldness has amazed the world?
The Kingdom Business Summit is a rallying point to learn business, build each other up, and this year hear from our largest lineup of speakers. We have Lord Robert Edmiston, whose company this year is going to do £650 million of revenue. We have Michael Hyatt, a global leadership expert. We have a panel of amazing Kingdom women entrepreneurs. And we have myself, Wes Hone, the founder of the Kingdom Business Global Movement. If we want to see Jesus in the marketplace, we're going to need a fresh boldness to be vocal about our faith, take risks, solve problems, influence communities, stop corruption, walk in authority, advance the kingdom, and be the light of Christ to a hurting marketplace. Let's step into boldness. Boldness to stand up for righteousness. Boldness to proclaim the truth. Boldness to make a big profit, because playing small helps no one.
Sky News can now call the winner of the 2024 presidential election. Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States of America.
I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here. Thank you. But I'm not.
Well, congratulations, Mr. President, on your second term. Let me just say this to congratulate you. I'm sure you'll see this. It is a good day for the church. It is a good day for capitalism. It is a good day for the unborn. It is a good day for the safety of America. It is a good day for your First and Second Amendment rights. I think overall, when I compare that to the alternative, it's a good day for America.
What would be one word of advice you would have for an upcoming businessman?
Knowledge. But if it's one word's very hard for that, but the word is knowledge. But you get knowledge through experience. One of the things people talk about is luck. And I do believe that people are lucky, and some people are luckier than others. I do believe that. But there's also an expression, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Knowledge is the variable. There are so many elements to success for an entrepreneur, but actually the one variable is knowledge. Because if you think about it, all the problems that you're going to come up against, they're a knowledge issue. They're not a problem for somebody else because the other person has the knowledge of how to get past them. You need to invest in knowledge and you need to compress that time. Obviously, we run a business coaching advisory firm where we help people with knowledge in an environment where they thrive and they can get alongside each other like iron sharpens iron. But knowledge is the variable. And if you are serious about building a business, you want to take the knowledge journey and compress that down to the shortest possible time. So you want to be online gathering knowledge. You want to be attending as many events as you can. You need to go and find yourself a mentor or two and then implement what they say. You need knowledge. The next challenge that you face is only a challenge because you haven't got the knowledge to get past it. So get knowledge. Become a machine. Consume. I'm still consuming content every single day. Books, audio programs, going to events, learning, consuming. Why? Because I want more knowledge to be able to navigate the next round of challenges. So Donald, I'm with you.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States. At least I will go down as a president.
So basically, this is the beginning of the end for Trump.
The beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end?
This is probably starting of the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right?
Right now, a historic moment. Donald Trump wins the presidency. The business tycoon and TV personality capping his improbable political journey with an astounding upset victory. Donald J. Trump will become the 45th 25th president of the United States.
But it just goes to show that you cannot care about the opinion of others. The polls have been wrong so many times. So how do you and I take lessons from this? The polls in the market that we're in are obviously wrong as well. Listen, there's a lot of people betting against you. There's a lot of people running your name down. That's only going to get bigger and worse as you build a business. Here's what I would say to you. Forget the polls. Build a great brand, build a great culture, love on people, love on your team, stick at it, be diligent, be consistent, and over time, you'll get your at-bat too. People are always going to write you off. I get more hate these days than I did right back in the beginning. Why? My profile's bigger. Don't stress about it, right? You and I will give an account at the end of our life for the gifts and talents we used. We won't give an account for the opinion of others. Don't worry about it. They wrote him off. They're writing me off. There's somebody writing you off. Just put your head down and get to work.
There are two aspects of Mormon theology that I find incredibly compelling. Perhaps the single most unique aspect of Mormon theology is the belief that humanity and deity are of the same essential kind when it comes to the nature of being. This is strikingly opposed to the understanding of God and humanity in classical theism, which posits God as an uncreated creator and ourselves as created beings. Instead, Mormonism has traditionally understood God and humanity to be eternally uncreated, existing along a continuum of being rather than a strict creature-creator binary. Mormonism also posits that God did not create the universe ex nihilo, or out of nothing, a foundational belief in classical theism. Instead, God and Mormonism created the universe ex materia, or out of pre-existent, uncreated, chaotic matter. In my opinion, I think both of these views give Mormonism an impressive philosophical coherence within the history of religious thought.
Well, if you think that, buddy, you should stop putting out content. That is absolute heresy. Now, it makes sense to me that Mormons would think like that, right? And remember, not all Mormons are bad. But, you know, it's so funny because if humanity and God are the same, why do I need a savior? Listen, the fact that I need a savior and a Lord every day is because I am nothing like God. I want to be. I want his character in me so bad that it comes out of me at every opportunity. But my best efforts are filthy rags. I am nowhere near cut to be able to be close to God. What's inside of me is corrupt at its very core. And I'm aware that's why I need Jesus and his death on the cross to make up for the fact that now I have right standing with God. Not because I'm like him, because I'm nothing like him, and I need Jesus to bridge the gap.
One thing you should be getting in this life as a man is some money. Here's why. You become the most respected and looked up to amongst other men, and you get to select the woman of your choice. When you have more money as a man, you have the last say so on what is happening and what is not going to happen. Money brings you better friends, better women, and better environment. Follow my page and let's get to 1K so I can tell you how you can make money with digital products and live the life that you desire.
I'm not sure what the digital product she's about to make, but she's literally put feminism back like about 400 years. I didn't realize that it worked this way, but when you have money, you get the choice of women. What happens? Do you just like open your internet banking, walk into the clubs and go, you grab your jacket, we're out of here? I don't understand how that works. Maybe she should have let someone put a ring on it. But here's what I would say to you. If your friends only appreciate you because you got money, get some new friends.
I'm really good at a very simple and small amount of things. But because I've doubled down on that thing that I'm really good at, like I'm not good at English, maths, I'm not good at these things. But I've tripled down on the thing that I'm good at, and that's been enough for me in my career. And Jimmy Carr came on the podcast and he said, listen, we don't need any more people that are shit at physics. We don't need any more D's in physics. If you're getting a D and an E in physics, forget it. Just go and double down on the thing you're good at. And there's a lot of wisdom in that crass statement.
The physics example works, right? Yeah, we don't need anybody else failing physics. But as an entrepreneur, let's say you are failing at leadership. What are you going to do? Just like not be a leader? It's not going to work. We actually need to figure out, like, sometimes just double down, but sometimes you have to fix some stuff, right? You can't just be like, well, I'm going to hire around my sucky leadership. What, so like wind the business up? Like, who else is going to do that? That is your job. And the bigger business you build, the more your leadership matters, because you end up with fewer and fewer tasks, and the one that you'll be left with, right, is culture, right, which is leadership, right? So sure, you may not be good at welding. Great, well then hire around it. But if you're not good at financial management and reading statements, you're never going to build a business anyway. So sometimes you do actually have to figure out the thing that you suck at is not scalable and you need to stay and learn it and figure it out. Sometimes it isn't. But we can't have a carte blanche statement of just work on the things you're good at and don't work on the things you don't. That's not going to work in business when the average startup is a one to three person business for a matter of years. You're going to have to figure some things out. Well, that's a wrap on episode 14. I hope you took some value. Obviously, I'm trying to watch these people and figure it out on the fly because I don't know who they are before I react to it. But I'm also trying to take this non-advice in some cases and layer on top of it something that adds to your journey. I want to know from you though, in the comments, what was the thing that jumped out to you? All right, that's a wrap on this episode. See you soon.